Okay, this is Coach Dez here. We're here to talk about the Seahawks. This is their offense 2019 numbers. And this is their offense 2020 numbers. Now, I'm going to have to say this. I do see a team in your division that's going to come up, and they're going to come up strong. And they are going to take you all by surprise in your division. You've got to improve. And I'm going to tell you why I say this. Because the numbers I'm looking at, your offense hasn't improved by much, but your defense stayed the same. And that is not good numbers here. Now, look, you were 11-5 in 2019. You were 12-4 in 2020. And I really do. I really feel sorry for y'all, but I think the Cardinals might take this division. You got a lot of work to do. And I'm going to tell you the same thing I tell my quarterbacks. And don't take this personal. But some yards is better than no yards. This 18 right here is not good. 17 here is not good. These sacks, you've got to learn how to do what you do best. Run the ball. Nobody's open and nobody's available. Yes, you want to be in there on the decision making of who get drafted, who don't, what you need and what you don't need. You know, it's okay to voice your opinion, but when it's all said and done, your name is not the owner of the Seahawks. The Seahawks have to make that decision if they want to be Super Bowl contenders. Okay? They've got to say, okay, you know what? We need to listen to our quarterback. This is what he needs, and this is what he don't need. But some yards are better than no yards. Some yards is better than a sack. Some yards is better than an interception, and it's definitely better than a fumble. So keep that in mind when you're in the pocket or out of the pocket. Throw the ball away. It's better, or pick up some yards. So let me go over this real quick. Rushing to the right, you averaged 5.27 in 2019, 5.3 in 22. You stayed the same. Rushing to the left, 4.5 in 2020. Rushing to the left, 4.74. You pretty much is about the same. Passing to the right was 11.46 in 2019, 10.98 in 2020. About the same. Passing down the middle was 13.44 in 2019, 10.91 in 2020. That's where your drop-off was. Passing to the left was 10.43 in 2020 and 11.83 in 2019. There was a little drop-off, but not much. Sacks. You averaged 3.19 sacks in 2020, 3 sacks in 2019. Again, about the same. Can't have these sacks. Quarterback is not going to last with all these sacks. Interceptions. 0.88 in 2020, 0.5 in 2019. And fumbles was 0.75 in 2020, 1.31 in 2019. Again, we're in the middle of a pandemic. Maybe some of your players opted out and decided not to play. I'm going to tell you now, it's going to be a whole different ball game come 2021. And so you're going to face these teams that you think, oh, well, we beat them last year. I'm not going to worry about it. You need to worry about it. Because they're going to be playing on a different level in a different game. So your overall passing average in 2020 was 68.6. In 2019, it was 64.3. So you had a better passing rating in 2020. But your points, you averaged 28.7 points per game in 2020. And in 2019, you was averaging 25.3 points. Again, 3 points difference per game. Now, let's look at your opponents. If they go down and score 7, you go down and score 3. Okay, they up by 4. They go back down and score again, it's 14. You go back down and score again, it's 6. Do you see the difference? You've got to get in the end zone. this is not going to help you much, but you did improve. So I'm not even going to blame the offense. We're going to look at your defense, because now I know where your problem lies at. It's not in offense. It's in the defense. And I'm going to show you how. So here's the 2019 defense numbers. And here's the 2020 defense numbers. So, rushing to the right, 4.44 in 2019, 4.96 in 2020. You got worse. Rushing to the left was 3.65 in 2020 and 5.82 in 2019. You got better on the left side. But passing to the right was 9.65 in 2020. Passing to the right was 10.77. About the same. Passing down the middle was 13.97 in 2019. 13.48 in 2020. Still the same. Passing to the left was 10.12 in 2020. Passing to the left was 10.23. Still the same. Sacks. 1.88 sacks in 2019. 3.12 sacks in 2020. So you improved in that area. But interceptions was 0.88. Fumbles was 0.88 in 2020. One sack in 2019 and 1.38 in fumbles in 2019. So your defense stayed the same. Again, but the numbers tell me different. So the overall passing average in 2020 that you gave up to your opponents was 67%. But in 2019, it was 65.6%. You also went from 24.9 points in 2019 to your opponents to 23.2 points on defense, which you didn't improve at all. Okay, yeah, it's 1.7 point. That's not a big difference. You need to do better on defense. You need to attack your opponents when they're at their strong strengths and shut them down. But you seem to be weak right here across the middle as well as to the left, or right, I should say. So to the right and down the middle is where your weak spots are. We need to keep their offense off the field and keep our offense on the field. Okay, we need to eliminate them scoring 7 points and you only scoring 3 points. So you need to stop them when you need to stop them. And that means looking at, I can tell you, the middle linebackers, your DBs, safeties, or your corners. Somebody is not doing what they're supposed to be doing, or maybe they opted out and you're going to be a whole different team. But I do see the Cardinals coming up in there. Hopefully you can take a first place again. But what I want you to do is do what you do best. Okay? You know what you do best on offense. Leave it in the hands of the quarterback and let them run with it. But if you got a running back, fake it. Don't fake it. Pass it. That's what you do. Peace out.